Okay, so thank you all for hopping on team call. I think it's October 26th, right? Yeah, Monday, October 26th. Okay, so challenge groups. With the challenge group that I'm running now, the fall fitness group, I'm going to just mute you for now, and then feel free to unmute yourself when you want to talk. So what my plan is this week with the challenge group is the getting to know you. But if you've noticed, and I think Leah's not in the group, but everybody on the call is in the group. A lot of people today were talking about willpower and really I call it emotional eating because a lot of times that's what we're doing, right? We're just like impulsively grabbing for food. I did it. I was having a rough day today, and I grabbed right for the peanut butter M&Ms because Adelina can't eat them, so I'll eat them for her. I could have just not even taken them home. So that's going to be, so my focus is going to shift a little bit on just that getting to know you, and I'm going to work on kind of motivating. I'm going to do a week of just motivating. I would like to do a week of nutrition, and then maybe a week of like staying consistent even when you're sore and you're tired. So maybe you can take one of those, Jennifer, and do it. And so whatever you would like, and just one post a day even. It doesn't have to be tons. It could just be like a graphic like that you get off of Google, and we can talk more about it too, but this way you can kind of dabble in doing a little bit of leading yourself. But I'll tell you, for the longest time, I did not run my own challenge group. I sort of partnered with Dana very often and helped her run a group. I also would help other coaches. Like we would kind of partner up and do them together. So you don't have to start, do it by yourself. You really don't have to do that. And until you feel comfortable enough and you want to, then by all means do it. But I just feel, you don't have to put that added pressure on yourself unless you want to. I mean, if you want to, have at it. I think in the files section of our group, Jennifer, it might be a 60-day or a 90-day like challenge group. And if it's not in our group, I'll get it. And I've used as a guide and to tailor other challenge groups that I have. So there's resources for you, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel, and you can kind of go off and start doing them with me. I mean, why not? This way you can kind of dabble. You can see what it's like to do. I'm doing like the theme week, so you can kind of see what it's like to do a week and see how you feel. And we'll go from there. You don't have to worry about. I know there's a lot of talk sometimes in Team Fierce Ambition about like doing stuff on your own and like running your business. And I fully support that and I respect it 100%. But when you're newer to the business and you're still trying to get to a point in your business that you have a good customer base and you're running challenge groups because you have so many customers, you don't have to do it on your own because you're still going to be learning. You're still going to be trying out something. You're going to be stretching yourself out of your comfort zone. So, we'll do it together, right? I mean, I like doing it together. I mean, I don't feel like we have to do it separately unless you really want to do it separately. Melissa, how do you usually do your groups? I know sometimes you do prizes. Don't you do prizes for your groups?
I've been trying a few different things. This past month, we had enough people who wanted to do teams, and we broke, not everybody in the group was on a team, but we did 5 teams of 3, and we made them pick their own name, and then they competed for prizes and points, and it was bonus points if all 3 people in their group completed the challenge that day. So it was holding each other accountable that way, and it wasn't me holding them accountable, it was each other holding each other accountable. I do big prizes, sometimes I do a small prize, sometimes it's like a weekly person Honestly, I get my tank tops at, I do tank tops because I can get them super cheap at Kohl's because they always have coupons and Kohl's Cash and all sorts of stuff there. So I
Right.
get tank tops for like $3 sometimes.
Nice.
I don't normally do themes. It's more just like constant motivation, but I think I need to try to do something else because this month our group, like the first 2 weeks that we did the teams was awesome. I mean, like seriously, like everybody was posting. We had a lot of interaction, and then this past week, absolutely no one was posting. I feel like myself and one other person maybe. So I wonder if, I don't know if I burned them out in 2 weeks. I tried not to do too many challenges. I tried to do like one every like 3 or 4 days. But I think maybe I need to reevaluate how I'm doing it. And honestly, Jennifer, I've had people come to me and tell me they prefer smaller challenge groups. Like I have one girl who won't do a challenge group that has more than like 7 to 10 people in it. So some people like the smaller groups because they feel like they're not posting for the world to see, even though we know that it's a closed group and only us can see, but they still feel like there's so many people that they don't necessarily know. When it's a smaller group, sometimes a lot of people are a lot more comfortable posting. So that's why I started a second group, because I needed to help my business because I need to hit Success Club this month. So I decided to do a smaller group and started a week earlier than my normal beginning of the month one. So she jumped in on that one because I told her it was going to be less than 10 people. So that's what I do.
Yeah, you've had a lot. You kind of right from the get-go. I mean, Leah was doing her own groups with Lindsay for a while also. But Lauren, I think Lauren might have done one on her own. Megan, I don't think Megan's ever done one by herself. You don't have to. That's the beauty of this, is that you really don't have to do it alone unless you want to do it alone.
I think it just depends on like how you work too, because honestly, like the past couple of groups with Melissa, I've been like a huge slacker. So I need to start running my own because it's the only way that I like do it. Sometimes it's like, sometimes it's helpful for me to run it with somebody, like the first couple times we did it, and then I just like, I'm so overwhelmed right now that I think, like you said, push outside of my comfort zone. I think that I need to run my own to like force myself to actually do it. I've been so awful, so it's like you can kind of like, it's like seasons, you know, you have like where you're good with working with a partner, like your season where you need to take a break, and so I think it's just whatever works for you when it works. If it doesn't work,
I couldn't agree more. I just want you ladies to know I'm about to take a picture, so I mean, you don't have to really be smiling, but if you want to smile, come on, get ready. Here it's coming. Okay. I don't know how to do it from the laptop. I'm challenged.
I'm glad I showered.
I know. I'm wearing these. We took like students today because they have a theme week, so we wore the school uniforms today.
I love that you did that. Okay, so I, just like Leah said, I go through like this season also. So I will feel like I have to be a challenger. Or I will feel like I need to run my own. But in the beginning, I didn't do a lot of that. I didn't run my own groups, and because I had one person or like two people, it took me a while to start. It really did. I know some people start off like rock stars. Leah, Melissa, both of them started off like seriously crazy rock stars. And that's amazing. And I think it's awesome. I didn't start out that way. I started out slow, like a snail. And it probably took maybe 6 months for me before things really turned around. So it was April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 7 months. It was like 7 months when it finally, like, around the 5-month marker is when, like, I think people really were like, okay, are consistently seeing my posts. I think around the 5-month marker, I hit Success Club for the first time. And then 6 months I didn't, 7 months, the 6th month I did not, 7th month I did, and then I did for 17 months. But I think it really had a lot to do with really going outside of my comfort zone. So Ashley Reyes, which I don't know, Jennifer, if you know much of her. Melissa, you probably, I don't even know if you're in Team Never Surrender. Yeah, no. So when she was on it, and I referred to her, not often, but I will refer to her on some levels. She's Dana's coach. So she's way up the ladder. And she would do team calls. And I would get on it every week. And that, I will tell you, without fail, I swear, when I was doing team calls regularly, getting on a team call, even if we were BSing and just talking about like struggles, it helped me. It literally helped me. I was doing so much better when I was on a team call. The other thing is that she used to give tough love like a motherfucker, excuse my language, but that is what she did. And I used to get so mad at her because I would be like, dude, you don't know me. You don't know what I'm doing. But like, she used to like come at me like crazy. Like, but the thing that it ended up doing was, and I'm not a big tough lover, although I don't know, I might start after Tawny's call last week. It makes me almost want to be like, what are you doing? And although I'm a tough lover sometimes with my children, which is funny. But Ashley used to do that, okay? And there was a piece of me that hated her for it because I always took it as a personal attack. Like, how could she? I'm working hard, man. I'm doing stuff. It's taking a little while for me. And I would take it really personally. And then there was this point where I literally was like, I don't even remember exactly what it was that she said, but it was something about me not working hard enough. And I was like, F you. And this was probably around my 6th month maybe. And I think I stopped going on team calls. But Dana, right at that time, is when Dana broke away. And things started getting wonky on Team Never Surrender, and then we really were never getting on any calls anymore. But Dana started to do her own thing, so I was still getting on team calls. I just wasn't getting on calls with Ashley. But sometimes I feel like tough love is necessary, and I needed it. But it's tough. I mean, I will if you. It's not here. Here's the thing. I'm never going to yell at any of you, okay? Because I really hate yelling. I hate it. I literally hate it when I do it with my kids. Like by the end of the day, I hate myself and I hate my voice. But what I will challenge you, I'm going to start challenging you if you want the challenge. And what I'm going to challenge you with is, are you really doing the 3 vital behaviors? Consistently every single day. And the inviting, sometimes inviting doesn't necessarily have to just be to a challenge group. It could just be inviting to start forming. So Jennifer, you were talking about like friends and family, and I'm challenging you to go out of your comfort zone and start friend requesting people that you haven't talked to in 20 years, because that is how I started to build up my customer base. That is how I started to grow my business. I probably have about 20 customers that are people from high school that I haven't seen since high school, and it's 20 years next year. And most of these people I hadn't talked to since. Some of them we weren't even like that good of friends, but I mean, we knew of each other or knew each other. I mean, I was a cheerleader, so I feel like I knew a lot of people because of that. I was on a lot of committees and that, but I just randomly were like, oh, mutual, you went to the same high school as me? Friend request. Oh, we went to the same grade school? Friend request. Like, and if they accepted it, great. And if they didn't, I moved on. And then I also, which part of me feels like it's kind of bizarre, but like whenever I tag my husband and his friends like or comment on the post, I send them friend requests. Even if they're not my friends and I don't know any of them. And because of that, I ended up getting customers. So this is how I look at it. It's Facebook. So really, who cares? If somebody doesn't accept your friend request, at the end of the day, it's not going to really hurt you. And you might not even know that they don't. Like, it could just say friend request pending. So you might not never know that they're like saying no. But that's how you're gonna branch out. You're gonna start friend requesting people that you're not really friends with, but you can become friends with. And I think of that as inviting. So you're inviting people into your life. You're inviting people into your environment. And it could be your life as far as your journey. You could, if you're uncomfortable with making stuff fully public on your Facebook profile, you can make only certain posts public and have the other ones private. There was a period where I was doing that now it's starting to bite me in the ass that I stopped doing things privately. Because I was a therapist. I was doing therapy with people that have mental illness. And why I wasn't doing things publicly is because I didn't want present clients or past clients to be like, hey, let's be friends. Because we're not friends, like, because of boundaries. And my stuff pretty much is all public now at this point. And what do you think's happening? I have clients, past clients that are sending me friend requests now. And it's kind of whacked. And I'm uncomfortable with it. But at the same time, I'm like, well, I'm not accepting their friend requests, nor will I ever. But I have a previous client of mine, like one of my posts, and I'm like, oh God, because it's public, she could like my post, and I'm like, and this woman has horrific boundary issues, and so I just don't even, I say nothing. I say nothing. Are you friends? Here's another thing, Jennifer, are you friends with all of the people that have liked your like page? Hold on, you're muted.
No, I've been working on that.
Okay, so I just started doing that, where I am friend requesting people that have liked my like page if we're not friends. Do you get I don't know when, if there's a period where you can start to boost a post, and I'll explain what boosting a post is all about.
Okay.
So boosting a post, you can pay any kind of money you can want. I think $5. So I boosted posts for $5, and usually I only do $5 because $5 and $10 has really gotten me the same amount of traffic. So I figure why bother spending 10 to spend that. Where you can boost a post so it'll show up in more people's news feeds from your like page, and you can select the category of people that you want it to be seen. Now, Christy Watkins from Team Fierce Vision was saying, oh, once you hit 500, you could boost posts. I've been boosting posts for a while, and I'm almost at 500 likes now. It's been a slow progression with my like page, probably because I'm not really consistent on it, but you're really consistent with posting on your like page and then sharing it to your personal page. So what I would do is maybe let's chat about times that are supposed to be high times for traffic on Facebook, period. So Sunday evening, I think between like 7 and 9 is supposed to be a high, heavy traffic time. Between like 3 and 5 during the week is a high traffic time. And then again, I believe 7 to 9 is also another high traffic time. So like people are like being done with work, and the lunchtime hour, I think from like 11 to 1 or 11 to 2 is a higher time. So I would boost it around that time, or around when you know it's going to hit some of those times, because you could boost, I think, for a day. Like you can do $5 and boost it for a day, or you could do $5 and boost it for like 2 days. Like there's all these parameters that you can set. I usually just do $5 and I boost it for 1 day. Now, because of the coach sneak peek that I'm starting Wednesday, I only spent $5, but I did it for 3 days. So it's still going to hit the same amount of people, but it's going to boost for 3 days, which is great because it's going to hit all those high times that people are going to be on Facebook. And so that's helped me to get more likes on my like page. So it's worth it. So Jenna has 270 and she's able to boost posts. So I don't think it matters. And I've also boosted my page, which that's a little bit more expensive, but I ended up almost doubling my, I can't remember how much it cost, but I almost doubled my likes by boosting the page. So it's something to think about. Is it worth it? I don't know yet, but Stephanie Meir from Team Fierce Ambition, all of her coaches came from her like page and from random groups that she joined. She doesn't personally know any of her coaches. None of them. She's a star diamond coach. She doesn't personally know any of them except for her husband. So you really could do a lot with your like page. Just play around. And I don't boost posts every week. I do it a couple times a month. So maybe do it once a month or once every other month. Whatever, you feel like you could afford and would be worth it for you. Sometimes I feel like it's depending on what you're doing. And like I said, you're doing a lot on yours. So it might be worth it to do that. It might get you a little bit of traffic. I asked in the page about doing some kind of a giveaway. I think I'm going to do a giveaway because I'm about to hit 500. And I might do it with like a certain post and then make people and share my page or whatever and get entries into it. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I do something along those lines just to try to get more people to the page and hopefully more customers. Okay, so quick question about Summit. Leah, you're a who knows what's going to be happening with you at that point in time because
I think I'll probably go though. It's like the week
go?
after my wedding, I think, right? What's the date?
The 27th, 28th, 29th. Wow.
Yeah, it's like 3 days after my wedding, but I probably will go.
You think so?
I really want to go. I didn't know I was getting married when I bought the ticket.
Okay, so Leah bought a ticket. Melissa bought a ticket. Jennifer, did you buy a ticket? You didn't buy a ticket.
Well, if I don't go, you can have mine.
They were sold out.
Yeah, my husband's on the wait list right now. But somebody told me that they got a ticket, and I feel like, are they lying? Because Nick hasn't gotten anything in his email about more tickets.
I earned mine, so I haven't gotten anything other than.
You earned your ticket.
That wasn't straightened out.
Yeah, that's all you'll get. You're on the wait
Yeah,
list.
I bought it. I got it like right away while you guys were there.
So, are you kidding me? As soon as I knew you tried to do that, Jenna, or you were like maniacs.
I couldn't buy it when we were there.
Oh,
Yeah, that was Melissa. Melissa was a nut. She got it that night.
I was a nutcase. Trudy, me, Dana, and Alicia, the four of us were in the car. We literally pulled over on the side of the road because Trudy was driving and trying to buy a friggin' ticket. Driving us. And we were like maniacs. Like, I put it on the credit card because I knew it was going to sell out. I knew it was. And then after Summit, like literally right after Summit, because Nick is in the page, which I know you all know that. I mean, he doesn't do anything. he was like, should I get on the wait list? And I'm like, my intent is to walk across that stage, and I prefer for you to be there versus not. So I don't really know if he's going to go, but we need to figure that out, because if he's not, then I'll share a hotel, and if he is, then we're not sharing.
I'm so excited that Juliet actually got a room somewhere.
She is like a go-getter. Like
Dude, she is. No, I wish she was on this call. Juliet is no joke. Okay, the girl is
she's like
serious.
dead serious about everything.
She is ADD, OCD times a million, and she would fully admit it. And I'm not knocking her in like a negative way. Like, that's it. Like, she is gonna do it, and
It works for her, you know.
yes, it does. It works for her, and
She's gonna go 100%, not 80, not 90. Like she is 100%.
yeah.
Everything.
So she got a room at the Gaylord Opryland, which is where I stayed. It's on the route with the shuttle service, which was helpful. We did use the shuttle service a bunch of times. But Trudy drove, so she was driving us around. She drove us around a little bit. And then there's this thing called Uber, which is like,
Super awesome.
it really is. At first I thought it was so wackadoodle-doo because you're literally just getting in a car with like these strangers.
Sometimes they give you gum though and candy and stuff. I love it. I don't really drink anymore, but if I did, I'd be riding an Uber every Friday.
Well, I mean, that's what I would be doing because Uber is where it's at. So like, you don't have to wait with Uber. Like, they can't wait to pick you up and come and get you. You are like, they're so pumped for you. So you could also use Uber because you don't want to wait for the shuttle and you don't want to wait for a taxi, which but you're on the shuttle route. The shuttles were only a pain in the ass when we had limited time and we needed to hurry up and shower. And I'll tell you what, most of the time, we didn't shower till the end of the day. So I was rank at all of the stuff and I didn't really care.
I'm gonna smell. I tell you right now, I sweat, I smell.
I sweat. So do I.
We all smells.
I don't really sweat.
Everybody smelled. I'm telling you. Every single one of us. You don't sweat? What?
How do you
I
not-
try so hard. Like when I sweat, it like my hair gets wet, but it never like drips ever.
I had a
Unless I do
sweat
hot yoga,
bead.
that is the only time.
I become
On
a
my
drunk
sweaty
rat.
selfie today, I had a sweat bead coming
Yeah.
off of my
Come off
nose.
your nose.
That only happens when I go to hot yoga. I think it's because I live in Arizona now, so I don't get hot.
Probably.
Like my body doesn't sweat.
Right. Did you sweat before?
Not really.
Oh,
I never really worked out before it, so
So you're like, I don't know, maybe.
maybe it just evaporates here. Cause like I get like my hair gets wet, but I don't get like sweaty.
Sweating. Well, it doesn't. I'm telling you, you're not even gonna care because everybody else is gonna be sweaty too. There's just not time. Everything is jam packed. Okay, I ran into Jenna a bunch of times, but then that was it because it's so jam packed full of stuff. There's so many people, and it's like you got to be quick. Like you're going from one thing to the next, and then the little bit of time that you have, you're like racing your butt back to the hotel so that you can change your clothes and then get right back to the thing that happens in the evening. It's quick, and so why I'm bringing up Summit is because Juliet was like, "Who's staying with me? Who's staying with me? I know Deanna bought a ticket. She's not on the call. She's been having a lot of stuff going on, but she bought a ticket.
I think Lauren bought a ticket too.
I'm pretty sure Lauren bought a ticket, and I'm not gonna let Lauren not go. She's going.
We're gonna need to make her
You go
buy her
last year?
flight with us.
No,
she didn't go.
I went by myself, so I'm really pumped that there's gonna be like people from my
Lauren
team.
needs to go.
Like my team is gonna I mean,
Can we get fun shirts?
I'm gonna make fun shirts. Yeah, I'm gonna make fun shirts. You're gonna get fun stuff.
I love shirts.
Shirts. I'm gonna do shirts. Here's the other thing. I'm in the works. I've talked to one person so far about helping me out with a graphic because I want to do T-shirts. I know there's not a ton of us, but I really don't care. I would like to represent our team. So just T-shirts in general, and then for sure for Summit, I'm gonna do a different one. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do shirt. You get like a little like bag of goodness for Summit. Yeah.
That makes me super excited.
Like we got we got a bag, a cool bag for well, actually I got the bag for Cancun and then I brought it to Summit, but we got cool stuff. So you'll get cool things for me.
Speaking of cool things, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this P90X program.
Yeah, I kind of like wanted to win that, and then I was like, it's on demand. Like, why do I need it?
Like, I'm thinking.
Give it away.
Yeah, that's
Give it
what
away.
I'm
2
thinking.
prizes.
Yeah, kind of what I'm
Break
thinking.
it up, you know, like give away pieces of it, or have like a raffle for it.
Or give it
Yeah.
away if somebody gets Shakeology on HD. You could do a giveaway like that way, maybe.
That's a good one. Good idea.
I just feel like anytime I tried to give Shakeology packets away, and I had 2 people comment, and one of them was one of my coaches.
They're like, you're not eligible for that. Sorry.
It's Allie, so I'll give it to her. Because I love her, and she's trying. She's trying hard.
Does she have Shakeology?
No, not right now. She has really branched out, by the way. I've really been noticing her posts. Allie Vegas, I love your name.
Yep.
And
that's her real name, too.
Which I think is even awesomer.
Right? By the way, the post that I did today of my side-by-side, my husband came home and said, Melissa, please tell me you photoshopped the before picture. I was like, no. He goes, you photoshopped that picture of yourself. I was like, no, I was that big 2 years ago. He swore up and down that I had photoshopped that picture to make it look.
And he was with you then, right? Yeah, like how weird is that?
Do you know what I think is also
guys don't
weird?
notice, they don't care.
They don't. Your after is not a true representation of how small you really are.
That's true. That is true.
And I can say that
when I saw you this summer, I was like blown away.
Yeah, it's not a true representation. I don't know if it's just the angle or what, but
Probably.
Did Grant take it? He's too short.
Yeah.
He's a tall person. Have Katie take it.
Poor Grant.
Oh, girl.
So yeah, but why I'm bringing up Summit is because it's. I know it might not be possible, but it would really be helpful on so many levels, speaking from somebody that experienced the craziness of Summit, for us to be staying in the same place, because when you're not and then you're trying to meet up with people, it's ridiculous. It's like it really is like next to impossible, especially if there's like a small group that's here and then all the way on the other side of town is another small group. Because we ended up not meeting up with a lot of people because we were just so separated. It was a pain. And like for big events, we would sit together, like the training. Yeah, if you could find each other. And then you're like, I really hope that they do something with the Wi-Fi, because I used up so much freaking Wi-Fi, so much data, because how do you have a whole thing of Beachbody coaches and we don't have Wi-Fi? What?
Right.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
That's bad. All we do is Wi-Fi.
So I
I'm
used
surprised, like the conference rooms and stuff, they didn't have it for like that blocked area for all the seminars.
I feel as if it should have been. I don't really know why it wasn't. I'm hoping I didn't get a survey to tell them how my experience was, but I'm hoping that like some of the top coaches that I'm sure they asked said, "Yo, why didn't you give us?" But it's tough. It's so. It was by chance that I saw Jenna. Like, it was literally by chance. Otherwise, it's so hard. And like, it's not that it's loud, but like, you're busy and you're running. So like, even if your phone goes off, like sometimes you don't even hear it or you know it, or in between a seminar, you're like standing in line at the store, which that's a whole other like. I spent so much money in that store. Thank God for a credit card. My husband was going to literally kill me when I got home. It's so tempting to like want to buy stuff in the store, but I'm bringing up Summit just because Juliet's post. I want to call her Julia so badly because that's what my kids call her. Because for whatever reason, Adelina couldn't say Juliet, so she was calling her Julia. So she was making all those posts about Summit, and I would really like it for us to be together if we can. We're as close to together as we can be. So I might even just book at Gaylord Opryland since she did, because you don't get charged until April. So this way we can all be together, and whoever else is coming, it'll be cheaper for you guys. I wouldn't recommend more than 4 in a room. 3 was tight with like getting
I'll
ready.
sleep on some more.
You know,
I'm just afraid to book a room. Like, what if I can't go? You know?
Together. Say what again? Say that again.
I'm just afraid to book a room, like, if I can't go. Because I'm more worried about, like, financially, and obviously I know I have some level of control over that, but I'm going to be, like, my job and moving to Florida and then getting married.
You're crazy, girl. You were going to be a stress ball of fire, but this is what you got to do. What is
I'm really good at being stressed. It's okay.
You know you're going, so you can set yourself up now.
Yeah.
Working harder so that when that time comes, you don't have to work as hard.
Right.
That's what I have. You guys have any questions, comments, concerns? I don't want to keep you guys too much longer.
Oh, I don't know.
No?
It's like running out. I have so many people that I've added and everything. It's just like, I feel like I used to have like people rolling in all the time asking me about stuff, and that kind of stopped.
Are you expanding your network?
Yeah, I add a lot of people. Like, I feel like I'm almost gonna max out my friends list, but I gotta start like going on their pages and stuff. I don't know.
What about your like page? Do you have a like page?
I don't really use it, so I think I need to use it more. I just like, I don't know, everything's all connected to my personal page, you know?
Yeah.
And when I'm on the go, I just forget.
Stay consistent. Go back to the nose. Do you have any sort of tracking device, like pen and paper, anything that you use?
Sometimes, yeah, I write it down. Like, I've been writing in my planner. I used to use those Power 3 sheets. Like, I do use things, but sometimes I lose them or I don't have them. It should be better.
Yeah.
I, like, know what I need to do. I just have to do it.
Then do it. What are you waiting for?
I'm doing it. I just am, like, impatient. Like, come on. I'm doing it now.
Do it. Jenna, what were you saying?
I'm really bad at inviting. I think
You're so good at posting.
She is.
No, I do that, and I motivate people, and I run my own groups, but for whatever reason, I just stopped adding friends. So I think I'm going to started adding people from my like page today that aren't my friends. But I think I'm going to tag Adam now and see whoever likes it and add them as friends now.
That's totally what I've been doing. I feel like kind of a weirdo that they're probably going to be like, why the hell is this girl friend requesting me? But I didn't do it like right away. So I was like, I did it over like a week period. So I started tagging him, and then I would see who was consistently making comments of his friends. And then I was like, oh, okay, then I would friend request. So like,
and it makes sense.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Instead, because I always feel weird just sending random friend requests to people.
I also do, but I've been doing it. I'm telling you, like, my warm market is starting to dry out.
Okay.
I've been struggling big time, so that's why I'm doing it. I mean, I feel like it's kind of weird, but like, I'm not like the stalker wife. I'm not worried about that, but I ended up getting customers because of that. And it actually was somebody that was a friend of his friend. So didn't even have any connection. And she's like one of my rock star, she's lost 90 pounds. And I so badly want her to become she would be so awesome. But just do that. That's what you gotta do. At the end of the day, who cares? If they don't,
Yes, that's my biggest thing right now. So
who cares?
Exactly.
I was doing cold invites
You
for a
know what
long
I've done a few times?
What?
Oh, that message that I sent to you by accident that I meant to send to my Aunt Maureen. I did that to a few other people, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I thought I clicked on so-and-so's name, and it actually started conversations for me with
Uh-huh.
Like a
people that
cold
I had.
invite?
Yeah, kind of. Like, I sent, like, a reminder. I was trying to get a hold of my aunt, actually, to tell her about the PIO sale, and I accidentally sent it to Maureen, and I was like, oh, maybe this will work. So I haven't gotten any sales off of it yet, but I've actually started conversations, because I be to somebody the same name, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. They were asking me questions, and I clicked on the name, and I hit enter, and it was
Yeah,
you
I've done it
instead.
before too, but
And
nothing's really ever come from it. But I feel like if you selected the people carefully that you did it to, it could work.
yeah, I'd stations going, just not anything like that has turned into anything yet, but at least open the door for me with people that I normally wouldn't know how to even start a conversation with.
Yeah, that's a good
Kind of
idea, especially
underhanded, I know.
if you're like forming with them and it's not coming up naturally, just like you even like put someone else's name in it so it looks like you're talking to somebody else. I'm loving that. I'm gonna do that. I have no problem forming. I have such a problem like turning the conversation.
I think I might do
That's where I
that.
struggle.
Turning
I'm
the
gonna do that tomorrow. Let's all do it and report back. Then we'll write a book
5
about it
people.
and publish it.
We'll send a random cold follow-up to somebody that is a mistake and be like, oops, sorry.
And you could do it in such a nice way. You could be like, hey Maureen, thanks so much for reaching out. Like, I'm so happy to hear from you. Like, you could do it like really a good one. You know?
I'm game. I'll do it. And we'll all message back and say how to go. I'll
Okay.
do it. I don't care.
I'm in.
At this point,
Whatever. It's
somebody
the
to
same
come.
information. It's just presented in a different way. It just like shows you as like a different type of person. It's just interesting.
so let's do it. What's gonna hurt us? Well, if they get mad, oh well, sorry. If we gain a customer, awesome. If we start forming, we can possibly have a customer later on. Why not?
Yep.
Can't hurt if we don't try.
And I was noticing that a lot of my feed was Beachbody coaches because that's who I was interacting with. So this was a way for me to interact with people because even if they said, oh, no, not a problem, and it didn't go anywhere, they were commenting, so I was showing up on their
Yes.
feed.
Yes. That's another thing. Always remember to, I forget to do it. I'm so bad with this, but that's what happens with me as well. Make sure that you are going through your friends list and people that are at the bottom is who you need to like get on their page and start liking or commenting on something. And not like crazy, just like one or two, because then you'll start showing back up on your feed. Sometimes, like, and even for you, Jennifer, maybe people had said no or no one was really interested, but maybe you're not really showing up in some of their pages anymore because they're not liking or commenting on your posts. So go on to theirs and start saying something because you never know who could have been watching you before and been like, oh yeah, oh she's doing it, maybe I could do it too. And then they start to see your posts again and then they're like, oh, maybe I should contact her. You never know what can happen from doing little things like that.
I had somebody who I had a conversation with. It was Sigma Kappa related for, like, she was one of the first people I asked, and she literally sent me Beachbody is a scam link when I told her I was coaching, and she just bought a challenge pack for me because I have been talking to her about everything but Beachbody for the past 6 months.
Awesome. See, yeah, just doing stuff like that is, you never know. You just never really know. I have to, this is going to be so bizarre, but I have to move because they shut this place down. And I'm not in my house. They shut this place down. And then they're like, oh, could you please move? Over to
Is
the
that the
couches?
Wegmans that's under construction right now?
No. What Wegmans is under construction? I would cry if Wegmans is under construction. This is the one on Transit.
It's in Williams. It's in Williamsville. You'd be the 1 and 2, right?
Yeah. It's just easier. It's easier to come here. I cannot do. Listen, between potty training and Sammy being sick, he went from like being on me to like I feel like he's literally inside my skin sometimes, like nonstop. This kid does not stop being on me. it's even worse now than it was before. He like literally, like he is 100% on me. So I have to leave or I cannot. I said to I feel horrible, but I said to Nick, I'm like, I cannot get, especially now, because, you know, you have to be diligent, right? You gotta go potty, gotta go. I mean, if you gotta go potty, I mean, like they want to punch yourself in the head. By the end of the day, you can't stand your own voice because you're like, shut up, Maureen. But so I'm like with him nonstop because I want to make sure that it doesn't have accidents, and he like gets the concept of going, which he has it down now at this point. But still, you're like, yes, yay, because I was so getting over it with the diapers. It's so different when it's like a newborn or even like little baby and they're pooping in a diaper. You're like, okay, but like when they're eating real food and it's getting bigger and it's so, but it's like he's so crazy. It's like intense. Like I feel like I'm losing my mind with him, and I can't get anything done without leaving. Okay, nothing will get done. Personal, like power hour, I have to go. I go to free Wi-Fi.
What book are you reading right now? Are you reading a book?
Okay, so I'm listening, not reading. I'm listening to Tony Dungy, Mentor Leadership, which I really love. And I have to say I'm kind of surprised that Dana loves it so much. And I think it's because she really loved Tony Dungy and is into football. But there's like a lot of religious, not like overpowering religious, but there's like a lot of religious stuff in there. Like he references different things in the Bible. Not in a way that would make you uncomfortable, I don't feel like, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it right now. I'm loving it.
I've literally been reading Daring Greatly for like 2 months, and I can't get through it.
Then don't. If it's taking you that long and you just can't.
I need to find something else.
Yep.
I bought Push.
Did you start?
I think I'm going to try that one instead.
I don't know.
Not yet. I'm finishing Gray first.
I want to read that. I have it. I just haven't started it. I have Can I Will, that I really want to read that because I was told by multiple people that it's awesome. It's still sitting there. I bought You Are a Badass because when I listened to it, I loved it so much and I wanted to take notes and like write. But I'm doing Audible right now.
I want to reread that one, but I gave it to Allie.
Jennifer, have you read?
I've been doing a lot of podcasts, but
yeah, I don't know. I can't get into the podcast thing yet. I feel like I'm not that technologically advanced, and
I honestly do Shalene Johnson because she motivates me. But I feel like a lot of hers lately are repeats. Like I think she's digging up her really, really, really old ones and re-releasing them as new ones.
Probably. Jennifer, have you read You Are a Badass?
I have it, but I haven't started it yet.
You have to start it. You will love it. You'll love it.
I'm doing the Compound Effect now.
I had a hard time reading the Compound Effect.
Certain parts of it are kind of hard.
I liked The Slight Edge much better than the Compound Effect, but I also listened to the Slight Edge. Slight Edge was a game changer for me.
I just
He does that.
I can't think of his name.
I'll Google it.
The Slight Edge. It's awesome. It was a game changer for me. It changed.
Jeff Olson.
And he does a lot of talking about the Compound Effect. He's not the writer of the Compound. Jeff, yeah, but he didn't write the Compound Effect, but he references the Compound. That was easier for me. Compound Effect, I think I read it in ages. It took me like 10 days. An exaggeration, but it took me a long time. I just couldn't get into it. All right, ladies, we're getting later. I know Leah's got to go and do her fire.
Go to class, yeah.
I 100% appreciate the fact that you got on the call, that you stayed on the call. If you have anything in particular that you're struggling with, that you would like me to present on, that you let me know, because I have no problems whatsoever doing that. If you need extra help besides just a call, let me know. And then Jennifer, I'll message you about the challenge group. And
Okay.
so maybe you could take like a nutrition, like something simple that's not gonna, and you can kind of lead the way for that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Have a great night. Thanks so much.
You too.